Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. I'm Army Piper. This is the Piper Academy Network, and we got a little bit of movement going on in the markets today. So, we did get some jobs data come in this morning. We're going to talk about that unemployment remaining static, pretty much a Goldilocks setup for what we are looking at in the job world. Trump immediately sending out a tweet talking about that Jerome Powell is felling, needs to cut 100 basis points. We're going to talk about that. And we're going to take a look at some charts here. We got no OC today, but we do have a little bit of market movement. So let's break it all down, get into it. You guys know what time it is. Go ahead and everyone take your seats. Let's get it. Class is in session. All right. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Piper Academy Network. This is the Morning Market Report. Let's give a shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm all alone today. I don't have my normal setup still. I'm still getting into the house, getting it all set up. It's a little crazy over here, but yeah, we're on like folding camp chairs, and we did get a bed yesterday finally for one of the guest bedrooms that came in last night. So we were able to sleep on a real bed. Finally have a refrigerator, so we're not eating out every single meal. We have a place to put a little bit of groceries now, so that's a good thing. Let's give a shout out though. Get into this. We got Mike Vollmer. It said driving but listening. Shout out to you, Mike. Appreciate you being here. Alexandra G, the mod queen, in the house with us. She said happy Friday. She said Friday, but I know she meant Friday. Have a great stream. I appreciate you. Crypto Princess in here with us. Crypto Princess, how you doing, lady? I really wish you could have made it to Vegas. We would have loved to have met you there. But yes, you are in the house. Give a shout outs to everybody, like the lovely person you are. Indie Rock Crypto, Ninja Glock in here with us. We've got Murphy YouTube. Let's see here. We got Murphy YouTube. Good morning from Roaming Brave. We got username Piper has learned not to boil ribs. It's true. Username taught me. He sent me a video, everything I need to know. Not sure what that last clip in that video was, username. I don't think you meant to send that one, but hey, great form. Let's go talk about who else is in here. BC Port Corp. What's up, man? How you doing today? He said his stonks are doing better than altcoins right now. You're not wrong. Asoka Tano in here. Good morning. Good morning to you. Harp with us. Appreciate that. Crypto Ben, what's up? Welcome, Crypto Ben. Glad to have you here. And Buck saying good morning because he's been hating. He's been hating the fact that I don't have that I haven't been on the morning show. He's like, hey, it's counting 8 days of no Piper. This has got to end. So here we are. So he said I look so close to the screen. It's because I'm on a mobile setup, man. Leave me alone. Curtis Hill, welcome. Brumblebee, met him in Vegas, and it was a pleasure to meet you and your whole family. Brumblebee, I appreciate you, man, making it out there to us. That was awesome. Let's see. What else we got? Did I miss anybody? Dylan VA, welcome. Appreciate you being here. And Piper, I mean to send everything I send. All right. Well, there you go. There you have it. All right, let's go take a look at what we're seeing on the news stuff, and then we'll get into the charts. We'll talk about that. We should have the gang joining us here in just a few minutes. Alex is getting ready to send all those people on over here. So let's go check out the news, get into all of that, and then we'll break down some charts, see what we're seeing on there. See how long we make it into a stream today. So got to go do some furniture shopping. Need some more furniture. So yeah, taking a look here, guys, at into the cryptoverse market data. Right now, we're looking at $3.262 trillion crypto market cap total. That trend is coming in at about 3.886 trillion. Undervaluation right now is about 16%. We talked about a level on that pullback of Bitcoin yesterday, and we're going to look at that in a minute. We pretty much made it to the first level of support, and that was where we got our bounce. So, JRMO, what is up? Welcome. Current risk level on Bitcoin is at 57.5. This is part of the DCA Piper plan. If you guys don't know, you need to go check it out. Do we have the link posted? I didn't drop it in there this morning. I'm sorry, Alexandra. If you could drop our link for our Discord for the Piper plan, I'd appreciate that. If not, I will get to it. Currently, right now, guys, looking at Bitcoin dominance, it's absolutely just crushing. With stables, it's at 63.6%. That includes all the stables in there. If you take the stables out and compare Bitcoin to the altcoins without stables, sitting just under 69%. Let's go look at the fear and greed index, currently sitting at 45. We're neutral at a cool $104,000 Bitcoin, or in that ballpark at least. Kobisi letter, we'll talk about this in a moment with the what's going on with Trump and his requirements for a 100 basis point. He's just starting war with everybody. Everybody's at war with Trump right now. Elon Musk, Jerome Powell, the entire Democratic Party, and 49% of the country, it seems like. Josh Mann here put out, not important, not significant, and he's absolutely right. I want to talk about this because this is from Bar Chart. And they put out this United States Treasury, U.S. Treasury just bought back $10 billion of its own debt, the largest Treasury buyback in history. This is going to start everyone talking about stealth QE, quantitative easing. Okay. And before we get anywhere, Josh Mann is absolutely correct. We talked about this before on the show. All this is debt maturity of the bonds. When they get to maturity rate, they sell and then they buy back again. So they didn't add anything to their Treasury Reserve books. All they did was just rebuy with the maturing debt. So this is nothing. So if you guys start to see stealth QE again, you guys know, you heard it here. It's not what it is. So we'll come back and look at those things. Let's talk about liquidations in the past 24 hours, because there were a lot. In the past 24 hours, 213,098 traders got liquidated. Total liquidations coming in at $965 million, guys. The largest single liquidation order happened on BitMEX with XBT versus USD, valued at $10 million. So a lot of people were sitting in longs. You can see here, 24-hour period, $837 million was longs that got liquidated on that dump sell-off yesterday. And I was talking earlier this week about the daily oscillators, that they looked very weak to me. And despite seeing that there was a possibility of a pump on that 4-hour or maybe even that 12-hour look of time frame on the charts, that looking at it from the perspective of the daily, we were seeing some indication of that histogram doing the saddle, more downside. And yeah, it looks like it played out, wrecking almost $1 billion worth of trades there. So let's look at crypto bubbles here on the daily. We are sitting with quite a bit of red here coming in. Some things are up. Fart coins up 15.8. Some of these are up in the 3 to 4% range, but we've got some pretty good sell off too. It's only the hourly that we've started to see a turnaround here. Let's go down here and take a look at what we're sitting at. Yeah, $104,000 right now on Bitcoin. It's down about 0.1% on the daily, making a little recovery of 0.2% on the hourly right now. Taking a look over here at what we're seeing on the alts, though, Ethereum's down 3.4%. You can see BNB's down 1.4%. Solana holding a little bit of upside, but now getting the sell off in the hourly, maybe moving back into Bitcoin. Who knows? Dogecoin's down 4.7%, and some of these on average are just in that median 2 to 3% range. Nothing crazy in crypto, but there are a couple of them that are showing a little bit more weakness than others. Uniswap, Aave there in the top 20, top 30, I should say. So that's what we're seeing on the market cap right now. Let's go take a look, give this a refresh, and let's see how we're looking here on the CNBC TradFi side. Looking at the Dow Jones, up about 1.3% today. The S&P up about 1.2. Nasdaq's up 1.34. A lot of that coming in because of Tesla getting a little rally back after a massive sell-off yesterday, like 20% sell-off. And then Russell 2K currently sitting right now up about 1.32. And the VIX in the red at 17.27 points, down 6.55 today. That's a good thing to see. Let's go and check out the bond market, because we are getting a move up here again on the 10-year. It's moving back up towards that 4.5%. It's at 0.079% today. And of course, this coming up means that Trump's going to just continue to bang his drum and not be a happy man at all. Shout out to all the otter gang just coming in. Shout out to the OGs. Appreciate all the otters breaking into here. Shout out to Alex Crypto. Appreciate you, man. Looking here at the oil right now, we are 64.5, keeping above that 60 point $60 per barrel line. That is an indication of recessionary um, demand decreasing. So when they need less, the price goes down, right? So looking at gold right now, guys, was closing in on 3,500 yesterday. We are seeing a little pullback on gold today, $3,364, down about 0.3%. Silver making a 13-year high. You guys see right there, gold poised for weekly gain. Silver touches a 13-year high at $36.24. Copper down a little bit. That is a lessening of demand. Big industrial metal is a recessionary indicator, but nothing that's selling off that's, for cause for concern. So, Steve Hickey, what's up? JR, appreciate you being here. Shout out to everybody, you little fish that just joined in here. Indie Rock Crypto, the IRC in the house, and DDT. Darren Dusting said, "Good morning, alumni lurking, so won't reciprocate any hellos today." Well, I will reciprocate yours. Good morning to you, DDT. Platinum and Palladium both to the upside move today, 3% for platinum and 4% for palladium. Let's go look at this market here. Stock futures jump after stronger than expected U.S. job numbers. Let's go look at those job numbers first, and then we'll come back and talk about this article. So we got non-farm payrolls that came in this morning, guys. We were at 147K previously. Take a look here. We're going to see that there was a revision down. It went from 177K last month, revised down by 30,000 jobs. Okay, so we are seeing some weakness there. It's just on that back table. Remember how we said they don't stand up in the front of the class and tell you the numbers. They tell you a number, and then next month they come in at the back of the room and slide that. Hey, we put the info out to the classroom. We put it on the back table though, and didn't tell anybody it was there. You got to go look for it, right? 30,000 job differential from what they reported to what it actually was last month. So we are continuing to see that happen here with the labor market numbers. So was a consensus and forecast for 130,000 jobs. What we were expecting to see on the non-farm payrolls today, guys, came in at 139. So while yes, it did beat expectations. Let me drink my coffee here. I got my new coffee mug. It is it is the guy from what's that show? What is that movie about all the emotions? That Disney movie. Anyway, it's the doom and gloom guy. So yeah, there it says we're doomed inside of the coffee mug, but Inside Out. That's the name of the movie. Yeah, it's my new coffee mug. We're doomed. It says on the inside the coffee cup. So my wife got it for me. Gotta love her. So yeah, while we did get this job, this non-farm payrolls came in better than Hey, it wasn't as bad as we thought it was going to be. It was still down. Uh, from 147 to 139. So it's still a slowdown of the data, the report there, but also comes on the backside of a 30,000 job decrease on a revision. So unemployment still coming in at 4.2 and does not seem to want to change. I want to go on here to the non-farm payrolls and just talk about the things that we are seeing in here. Where we got the uptick was healthcare, 62,000, mostly hospitals, 30K, ambulatory health services, 29K. Leisure and hospitality, 48K. So a lot more people getting hired on in leisure and hospitality, travel type stuff, mostly food services and drink places, and then social assistance. On the other hand, federal government's continuing to lose jobs. That's a good thing, and is down by 59K since January. So and manufacturing decreased by 8K. That's actually a builder of an economic pillar. And payroll figures from March and April were revised lower. So more revisions there too. Let's go. Hey, you guys want to become an ordained minister? I'll call it the Church of Bitcoin. How about that? Let's go over here and take a look at what else we had. Average hourly earnings month over month, guys, was at point 0.2. That actually came up. So people are making a little bit more money on the month over month. And then a little bit, well, it came in static. What did this say? This is a revision. It was at 3.8. They revised it up to 3.9 and then came in neutral at 3.9. So participation rate did drop slightly. It was at 62.6, now 62.4, meaning some people are stopping looking for jobs. Now let's go talk about the article and we'll get in on that. So stock futures jumped this morning. I actually think I can refresh this, and this will be an even better one. Yeah, strong U.S. jobs report. So Dow rallies 500 points on that. S&P touches 6,000 level. Live updates on this. So these job numbers came in this morning. Future started to move. Market open, carrying it on. Today's jobs report will not be viewed as a call to action for the Fed to cut rates. Absolutely true. Making it because remember, you don't need to cut rates if the job numbers are looking good, right? And we don't know the full effect of tariffs yet on the other end for inflation, which is the other thing that would make us cut rates if we knew inflation was good. So we've only got one piece of the data right now for the Federal Reserve to operate on, and that means that very unlikely that we're going to see any rate cuts coming in. Matter of fact, I got the new numbers, and it's almost 100% chance of no rate cut this month. The unemployment rate remained unchanged, and while other measures are pointing to a softer labor picture, the demand for workers remains stable as businesses adjust to policy shifts. So, um, let's go look at this real fast. Nope, that this here. We do have a 99.9% chance of no rate cut happening, no change. 0% chance. Matter of fact, guys, look at this. We're in June. This is new. This is June 18th. Okay. This is our next FOMC meeting for a rate decision. Okay. Look over here. 0% chance of a rate cut. 99.9% chance of no change. Pause. We now have a 0.1% chance of a rate hike, meaning raising it 0.25% basis points. So we haven't seen that on this chart in a hot minute. And now we're seeing no chance of easing, actually getting a chance of a rate hike, despite it being only 0.1%. We look here and look go into July now, though, it's 83.4% chance of no rate cuts happening in July, and then only a 16% chance there of a rate cut in July. Go to September, and now we're at 37.7% chance of no change, 62.3% chance. So the first time that we see a window of possibility open up where we could see a rate cut is going to be in September. They talked about four at the beginning of the year. I said, we'll likely get one. We'll be lucky if we get two. And that looks like the direction that we are now heading. So, um, another thing that I find interesting, they're talking about the job reports. And while I said yes, there was job numbers, but when you look, they revised this down by 30K, and this was still, while better than the forecast, was still a drop in job numbers. Well, corporate layoffs have ramped up in recent weeks. So here are the companies making cuts. I'm not going to go too deep into this, but we already know that the Fed has got a lot of numbers coming out of the number. Government has got a lot of numbers coming out of that total, right? But we also have companies that are starting to trim costs against the backdrop of global market uncertainty. I told you when companies start to lose profits, first thing they cut employment. That's how they make those profits look like they're still good. So and then trade tensions have also raised concern over some general health of the U.S. economy and the market. So we're seeing this happen, private layoffs, right? And we're seeing the federal government still letting people go. We're seeing a drop in those economic numbers there, but oddly enough, our unemployment does not seem to go down. And sus. I'll just say that sus. I don't have OC around today, and I don't have a tinfoil cap to put on. But something doesn't add up here on video and audio, right? So it's not matching up there. So let's go over here back to the solo screen before we jump in on the chart. And I want to talk about that. And then there's a couple of things that I wanted to show in X, but I want to give a shout out to everybody in the chat that's coming in. We got BC Port Corp. I already gave you a shout out, but I'll give you another one. LBC, what is up? Bonds up. Yeesh. Yes, they are, bro. Piper getting his tan on, eyes be popping out. Yeah. What? What? Um, under one live viewers, only 30 likes. Yeah, you guys need to pump those numbers up.
I gotta pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
That's right. All right. Disney's cutting jobs too. There you go. So, yeah, the 4.2% is not matchy in my opinion. So let's go talk about this over here, the Goldilocks numbers. Go back to there. There we go. U.S. economy added 139,000 jobs in May, above the expectations of 126,000. Unemployment rate was still 4.2, which sus again. April jobs were revised down from 177 to 147. Headline numbers continue to exceed expectations, but post payroll thoughts. A Goldilocks U.S. labor market report pointed to steady hiring, low unemployment, and contained earnings pressure in May. The FOMC, though, will remain in wait and see mode as tariff uncertainty persists. So that's exactly what we were talking about. And then, yeah, I think that's about it. You guys saw this yesterday. I'm positive you did. About Donald Trump and Elon Musk. I'm not even going to get that far into those weeds. But yeah, I think that wraps up that. Let's go take a look. Oh, no, I want to talk about this. President Trump says the Fed should cut rates and then raise them again if inflation rises. And that's what I wanted to talk about. If too late at the Fed, aka Jerome Powell, would cut, we would greatly reduce interest rates long and short on debt that is coming due. Biden went mostly short term. There is virtually no inflation anymore. But if it should come back, raise rates to counter. Very simple. He is costing our country a fortune. Borrowing cost should be much lower. And here's the issue. He wants this to be an injection of money into the economy, which would rally everything up. This is really what it boils down to. He said, if you cut these rates, you will make money cheaper to borrow. All these companies will start everything moving forward. We'll get this little injection of liquidity into the market. Everything will go pumpy, pumpy. And then if inflation comes back, we can raise rates. We did that. We tried that game before. Volkner did back in the 70s. And when it dumped the markets, it absolutely crushed them. So people do not like to see you cut rates and then go, oh, we made a mistake, because it shows incompetency, in the perception of the people, right? So the sentiment takes a crap and the markets dump even harder. So, yeah, sure, Trump, I'm sure you would like to see that, where you get all this quick liquidity money pump in and get the market to rally. But at the end of the day, we have to say that that's a horrible idea, because cutting before you know and then coming back and raising them again would absolutely just crush people's souls. They would rally it back in. The FOMO would be unreal, and you'd get everyone trapped, and they would lose even more money on a pullback. Lunar Beaches said Powell is doing the right thing, in my opinion. 100% agree with you, Lunar Beaches. 100%, he is doing the right thing, and we keep doing you. You do you, boo. Jay Powell, that's what we would like you to do. Let's go take a look at the Bitcoin chart now, and let's get in on that and see how that is looking. Wait a minute. I did get a message here. I need to check and make sure. I got all kinds of deliveries, man. Nope, nothing important. Cool. Let's get into this chart and take a look at it. So, guys, yesterday we were talking about a key level to hold would be this 786 on the Bitcoin chart. That was that $101,881. I said if we lose that, we do have our first line in the sand is going to be the 50-day simple moving average. Well, you can see that was almost a brilliant wick down to that. We were off of it from just slightly. Let me see here. Let me see here. From there to there, 0.14% on that wick, guys, for that first line in the sand. And then we got to bounce up. Now, I do have to point out right now that while we are sitting, we had a true seven fire here on the oscillator, money flows coming up. We are in a transition. That's that peach color there on the oscillator ribbon. Transitions right before it goes into blue, or sometimes back into pink, right? Meaning it could do this again. We are coming into that zero line. A lot of times that zero line will act as a resistance for us, as well as a bounce for support, like you saw here, like you saw here, right? But coming in underneath that, we could get that rejection off of that. Keep that in mind. Another thing that I'm seeing too is that we are running up here on the dynamic reactor. Shout out to Chart Prime Indicators, algorithmic moving average with a whole lot of other power plugged into it. That's a good spot for a rejection. A lot of times we will not be able to punch through that, and that will be a resistance level for us. And plus, we're in this platinum pocket. So do not be surprised if we get even a wick above that liquidity grab, hit the 887 at 105, and then come back down. Things are not looking fully bullish on this 4-hour chart yet. However, if we take a look here on the daily, we are seeing a couple things. One, we did, like I said, come down to that 50-day, got our bounce there. What I'm seeing on the oscillator still gives me cause for concern. It is looking at the MACD normalized first. Let's talk about this. This is this top oscillator here, and this is that saddle motion. When we were talking about this a couple days ago, we were on this flat section right here, and I said, guys, it looks like we're flattening out, and it looks like we're going to get a continuation wave on the signal line, giving us the saddle. So there's a saddle right there, upside down saddle, right? Uh, that's what we got going on here. Money flow is still curving to the downside on the daily oscillator ribbon. Volume still sucks right there. That is that wave that's going down into pink and getting really tight. And we're still above the 30 percent level here on the RSI, which means we could easily get a much lower level here. You can see this thing goes all the way down to like 18, even lower. Some of this is down as far as 11. So 11% on the RSI. So we still have room to go down here despite getting this little bounce up. And that's why I'm watching for this level right in here. Let's go ahead and build a box. Let's build a box in here and we'll talk about this because it's going to put this right here on the dynamic reactor and run this up to the 887. And this is going to be the level that I'm watching for on resistance, because if we do get that rejection there, that would line up with what I'm seeing here on all of the daily oscillators. So keep that in mind, guys, that you need to be aware of that. That mid 90s minimum, most likely. I agree. Apologize about the coughing and sneezing. I'm still getting over some chest and sinus stuff that I got in Vegas. Vegas, too many people, man. Let's go talk about why I think that 90,000 is in play. And give you some cosign there. Give you some cosign there, LBC. It's going to have to be with this right here. And I talked about this earlier in the week also. It's going to be right there. That is a CME gap from April 22nd, still coming in at about 91.8 to about 92.6. That's a CME gap still unfilled. So do not be surprised about that. Don't be scared. Just be prepared, right? Let's go talk about Circle. You guys see Circle? Lordy. So Circle I did get into it yesterday. I dropped it in the Discord and said, all right, I'm in. Picked up some more on a pullback here that we had overnight. And I'm looking at this on the 15-minute right now, guys. You can see it did its launch, absolutely ramped up like crazy, did an initial pullback, and then I started my buy-in. We are now sitting at $98.54, 98.77, and it's continuing to do this build up here, showing some pretty decent strength. I do have some more dry powder I have sitting on the side that I will grab up some more of this as it comes down, but Circle absolutely turning into a great play. United Health did get a pump up here. Another one that I've talked about with you guys, but we do have a gap down here. Be aware. A gap down at about $293 might be a good spot to pick up some UNH if you haven't done so yet. If you go over here, you'll see it's way down after that sell off. But now they're in a consolidation period, and I think anywhere down here in this range of that 285, 282, great area to get there on some of that. So, yep, that is it. That is what I'm seeing there. Let's go and see where we at. We're about at the bottom of the hour, and I don't have a whole lot today. I got some furniture that's getting ready to come, but I did want to give you guys a full breakdown show today. Those are the things that I'm watching: UNH and Circle on the stock side, watching that Bitcoin, the Bitcoin levels there. But I do think that we have a potential for the weekend to have some sell off, guys. I appreciate all of you. Let me go see who we got. Who is coming on after? I think Princess is, but I don't know that I'm going to make it that full time to her show. But we will see. We'll see. Let's go take a look. Nope. 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 Can I get in there? Maybe. Yeah, there we go. Cool. So yeah, we'll send you over to Prince's show. She's not going to be starting quite yet, but we'll get into that. But guys, oh hey, Two Dub, what's up? Two Dub's in the house. I appreciate you being here, guys. And thank you for all of the for you guys, coming back to check me out. You guys rock, and you're why I do what I do. Sorry that I was gone for so long. I was taking care of so much stuff. But yeah, I'm still trying to get into this house, and then hopefully next week I got all my furniture and I'll have my full studio up here. I do plan on doing a full walkthrough with everybody, show you guys the house. I'll do it once. I won't post it on X every other day, and show how beautiful my house is, and tell you that if you if you trade with using my technique and the Piper Academy plan, you can get this type of house too. I won't do that to you. Let's go and put everybody sending them over to check out whoever I'm going to follow next. I'm not sure yet. Let's go see. Looks like it's going to be Crypto Princess. Are you live today? Maybe, maybe not. Nope. Maybe. Yes. Maybe. What is today? Nope. That is next week. Crypto Princess is not live today. It's going to be Crypto Coin Mindset, I think. Yes, 10 a.m. scheduled June 9th. That's not today either. Doesn't look like we have anyone to send you to today. That's okay. We'll just call it here and make it happen. But I appreciate everyone in the chat. Much love, Piper and Mrs. Piper, baby Gypsy. Oh, Gypsy, let me tell you, Gypsy went to Camp Bow Wow yesterday. This is for all my Gypsy peeps in the house. So got to tell you guys this story. She went to Camp Bow Wow, which is like a puppy daycare, dog daycare. And we want to get her socialized there with the people that work there, and the dogs and the environment and all that, so that when we go on our cruises, because we have 3 cruises coming up in the next 6 months, when we go on our cruises, we can have her stay there, right? And so we wanted her to go get socialized, but in order to get into the doggy daycare there, you have to go through an interview process. Gypsy rocked it. She nailed it. We can watch her on all the cameras and stuff. So yeah, they said she was a really sweet girl, and she was accepted into Camp Bow Wow. So shout out to Gypsy Girl. She's crushing it. But yeah, guys, we're gonna go ahead and head out of here. I appreciate everyone joining me here today on the live stream. Remember, watch those markets this weekend. Low volatility means easy to manipulate. We could see some sell off, but we'll be back here on Monday morning. You can catch OC Guy later on today, trade with OC, and then Sunday night, Lunar Beaches Crypto will be back with Markets After Dark. Hopefully Monday morning, BC will be in there doing a Good Morning Crypto, and then we'll be on at 10 a.m. No, OC will be on at 10 a.m. I'll be with movers down in El Paso again. They're packing that day. So, but I will try to make sure I keep you guys updated and keep OC up with the latest data that's coming out next Monday. Until then, guys, trade safe. And as always, use some risk management. Please, it will save your portfolio. We are not in this to make money. We're in this to protect the money we make, because making it is one thing, keeping it is a whole nother thing, guys. So we'll catch you guys on Monday morning. Make sure you guys stay tuned in right here. If you haven't done so, subscribe, hit that like button, share it with a friend. We'll catch you guys later. Peace out.
I don't know what they keep telling me. I don't know what they keep telling me. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. Ain't no school like Piper Academy. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low. I know you hungry for knowledge, that's profit appetite. Classes in session, this for the Army Piper acolytes. Trade flag at the soul, train ready. What a line from OCI, from a Mexican spaghetti. Yo, crunch crypto with a deep dive to reject dime. And if you like the visual powered by Tar Prime, then you were part of that alumni, that's all spine. But if you have step, fall back to offline. Boom shakalaka. We'll keep that front line covered, even when we're dead and gone. We'll find a way to keep going, cause we gon' keep on rolling out the wheels flow low.
I pump those numbers up. Those are rookie numbers in this racket.
The ZTS rhythm. Rip it. Alexandra.
Yeah, that's my alumni, you know what I mean?
That was awesome, dude!